It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. I'm joined this week by Keith from side the country, Adam from Lancashire. I'm going to say, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, hot pot country, and Matt from the Denby, and a strange twist. We'll get straight into it. We'll go into the hot top. Oh no, we'll come to you first, Matt, because you had a question. Is Everton fun again?
Yes, is the answer.
It's
The
all
last
right.
few games, I've genuinely enjoyed them more than I have for the past few years. It's just fun again. It's There's a bit of hope, and it's just going the match now. Everything around the match, it just seems to be that little buzz that we haven't had for years and years. It's fun. Like, that's the only word I can use to describe it. We've got no mad designs about you know qualifying for anything or winning anything, but it's just a nice feeling to be able to go to the match and think, we could do it today. And then it's like, we should have won that. We only won one against Brighton, one of the best attacking sides in the league, and we come away disappointed. Like, yeah, all for it.
That's a
And
decent shot.
hopefully,
Adam, do you
these last
reckon?
few
Do you
years have
reckon?
taught ourselves some humility. That's the main
Yeah,
word, humility.
yeah, that's a good shout. So, Adam, do you reckon the lack of sort of putting pressure on ourselves and lack of expectation now is actually making it all right? How are you feeling about the game lately?
Yeah, I saw this question and I thought I watched them on Saturday, which is
Yeah,
a big barometer of where we're at, really. I haven't watched them in a while. And what I also did on Sunday was like look at like some away fixtures that I might attend. So in short, yeah, fun. I'm
just
actually
when you
ready to ruin my weekend again for them. But yeah, as Matt said, there's a nicer feeling around the place at the moment, and coinciding with just a team that has some form of identity, which is nice. Really, you can kind of get an idea of what's going to happen, whether people find it boring or whether people find it, I don't know, drab or whatever. It's happening, and they're picking up results.
yeah, that's the main thing for me. I don't like. I'm not that asked about the style of play or anything. If they're picking up results, that's fine by me. That's all you can ask for. I'm that basic. What about you, Keith? Are you finding it?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I'd go as far as fun, but it's certainly less want to smash your face into a brick wall after the game. So I'll take that, to be honest. I'll take that over the last couple of years. I think that's a good point Matt's made there about like having some humility, because if you think back, what, 5, 6 years, there was almost sort of like an expectance that we
Mm.
deserve to be doing well, and we've sort of been recalibrated on that. And yeah, just enjoy the wins and don't take the defeats as seriously. Um, I think like even if when slash this points deduction thing comes in, kicks in, whatever, I think like mid-table mediocrity is easily achievable this year because there's just that many terrible teams in the league.
Mm.
Um, they should be all right. And to be fair, some of the football they've played, while not exactly setting the world alight, is a lot more pleasing on the eye.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. We're not hard fans to please at all, and it's going all right. So while we're all in like a buoyant mood about all that, I'll kick off with the hot topic now. What do you want to see at the new ground? I'm slightly getting a little bit excited about this now. Now you're seeing the seats going in, and it's really starting to take shape. I'm starting to think actually this might be pretty good. So, what do you want to see? Jim said a trophy, which is fair enough. What was the atrophy? Keith, what do you want to see at the new ground?
Decent ale and a Greg's.
Fair shout.
Some shout that, I thought about Greg's. I also thought about just like 4,000 scallies on those electric scooters just flying down the dock road towards the game for me is going to be fucking brilliant, isn't it?
Like the biker mice from Mars.
It's just going to be like Ketwigs and Monterex all over the gaff, and they're all going to be heading one way. And imagine if like it does against the Reds, it'll be like going into battle, won't it? I just want to see that recorded weekly.
It will be like some sort of quadrophenia update,
Get Ride of
basically.
the Valkyries, like
Be
black
so good,
on a
wouldn't it?
on a
Be
on
like
a
Lime versus Bolt. I think they're the two brands, aren't they?
But I suppose, Matt, you'd want to see a Lecky Scooter Park at the new ground.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I am a fully guard in the ball boy evangelist. I think they're the best thing to happen to this city in decades. They're just so fun. But the one thing I want the new ground is somewhere to get off a boat. I want somewhere to moor a yacht up. Well, not even a yacht, just like a rib. Just a little thing with an outboard motor so that we can, especially you lads on the Pleasure Peninsula, sail over like Galatasaray style with like flaming flares and stuff, blue smoke pouring off it on Derby Day, just as their team bus pulls up into that little plaza bit underneath the river stand, and then up.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all wanted the ferry terminal, didn't we?
Water
Basically,
taxis from New Brighton.
yeah. Also, Oblong dwellers all wanted.
Tell you what's boss as well. I had a mate who was a West Ham fan when I was in uni, and they've got like these like I don't know what they call them, like before the game, like the boats that they're just moored up against I don't know, obviously whether it is the Thames or whatever. For some reason, you just seem to get more ailed on a boat, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's like a life rule, but just like a belter like boat, which is static, but obviously right on the side of the ground. It should be great, wouldn't it? And you can watch all the Pleasure Peninsula wolves coming into battle. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the battle. Maybe it's not e-scooter versus e-scooter. Maybe it's like Scousers versus wolves. And like you're throwing like javelins and stuff onto the shore as you're entering.
You're putting it out there now, mate. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Of course, murder, yeah.
Sound.
Yeah, it's like get the Royal Irish back, more that up, something like that. It's like hovercraft. That's got to be the North Wales contingent, I think.
Hovercraft from Llandudno.
Yeah, the North Wales lads all meet up, get a hovercraft in. We get a ferry from Seacombe or Woodside, whatever, or both.
Any good like boozers up past like the Baltic? As in like that are right on the front, because you could have like you all meet there, and then you have like a booze cruise down to the ground, and it stops right outside the ground.
Baltic Fleet's
like,
all right.
Baltic
Yeah,
Fleet, just get it
that.
to go dead slow. 45 minutes to an
ground.
hour, and you just go down, and obviously you dock.
I do know an old sea captain with a boat at the marina, so I can make it happen.
This is happening.
Blue room booze cruise.
Wow.
Say that 10 times after a 5 pints.
It's on. Yeah, I don't think we can get any better than that. Blue Room Booze Cruise. That's what we need. TWS said, I mean, he's not asking much. Stability, European football, inclusivity, optimism, DCL Golden Boot, attractive football, a Radiohead gig, sound, Derby wins, solar panels, decent transport links, trophies, Tom Davis captain, no knobheads, sensibly named stands. There's a can of worms right there, isn't it? The whole stand naming thing.
Yeah. River End, Town End,
Shithouse
End,
Other end,
and
Park End,
main stand.
We do need a park end.
You have
Does
to be.
anyone know where they fancy sitting in the new ground? I don't know how they're going to do this, but
as far away from the away end as possible, because like my season ticket at the moment is LB3, so it's like hideously close to.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Gangs of marauding orcs.
Yeah, I think I definitely want to be.
That's just the paddock.
I'm sick of every other weekend having to listen to football in a library.
Oh,
what a dreadful chant that is.
La Traviata is actually a crime against football.
Yeah, that Brighton's lot were dreadful on the weekend just gone now, weren't they? Giving it the old your shit
Yeah, there was no need for that.
That should be a points deduction in itself.
Instant relegation, though. Instant relegation.
Yeah, we did touch on that last week, didn't we? I think it was universally accepted that, yeah, it should be point deduction or instant relegation. On the same theme, Samuel has asked, hot topic adjacent, someone hands you the Orcs lead for that big speaker at Bramley Moor. What are you playing?
She-Wolf by Shakira. Every single time. This is a good time to like put across my theory to the masses here.
Go for it.
If you put She Wolf on like a jukebox or a playlist or whatever in a pub on any given Friday or Saturday night after 9 p.m., at least 87% of the people in there will join in with the "Ow."
Everyone's got a howl.
It's flawless.
If not the first time, definitely the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have your hardcore she-wolfers doing the first one. Then everyone would be like, next time I'll do that. Yeah. Adam, any ideas what you're playing?
Do you know what? I reckon the one that I don't know whether they still do it, but like Meet Her at the Love Parade is is it? It's so terrible.
Yeah.
For some reason, it just gets me, Like it's like scatty, in it really? And I'm just like I'm thinking like Under the Lights, like 8 o'clock kickoff, and just might go off slightly. But I'm trying to think of other ones that actually are a good song. Don't know. Come back to me on that one.
That Love Parade is Mr. Azul's to blame for that, isn't he?
It's just great, isn't it? It has to be that they did that because of him. Has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be my weekly plug for Daitan's Flash, Parisian Night. So there's Dargan's music. Flash that on. I've got to give him a plug every week. So there it is. Matt, what are you lashing on? Bramley Moore, big speaker.
No, I was going to say, you mentioned there, that was a proper vibe downstairs in the Denby last week.
Oh, it was great.
That was it. Yeah. Like, I walked in from outside. Upstairs, it was the disco. Like, everyone's going off, Bevy and gin and stuff. Go downstairs, and it's like soft, slow, like electronica. And everyone's just chilling, sitting off. It's nice to have that upstairs, downstairs disconnect. If you just want a bit of a chill out session downstairs, maybe get some shisha down there, if she will allow.
Not a bad shout. What you going to put on then, Matt, on Bramley Moore, on the big speaker? Any particular tune? Keith said She-Wolf.
I
tell you what, I'd like a bit of Heaven 17 Temptation. That'd go off.
Oh, yes, it would.
That'd go off.
Well, The Who, obviously, given that it's the official anthem of all Evertonians, the Love Parade. But
that's what Adam said.
All right, sorry, I was disconnected then. You want something like intimidating and horrible, like Ride of the Valkyries, but you don't want to get like a Man United vibe where they play the Phantom Menace music because it just seems a bit weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not playing the Imperial March, are you?
And you got like Wolverhampton Wanderers playing apocalyptic classical music with fire spewing out on the pitch, and it's like, lads, it's an early kickoff against Crystal Palace. It's not the great big match. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I've lived in Wolverhampton. That is like pretty much what day-to-day life is like. It's like Blade Runner out there.
That was a good thing about Blade Runner on it. I was to the podcasting as Praxis. And does anyone know the name of the lead character in Blade Runner? Or is it just Blade Runner?
Rick Deckard.
Is it? You know, Matt.
Yeah. One of my favourite films.
It is a belter. TWS halftime entertainment. What would you like to see? So Dargan showed me something last week about NFL as this mascots v kids game. I'd love to see that at halftime. Mascots v kids footy, or like even going to touch rugby or something like that. Just like
Changy 2 foot and a toddler down the paddock. That's what the people need.
Dixie just scaring the shit out of everyone by just being there.
Mr. Testicles giving it the big one to the crowd. Bring him back for half times. Just get him to walk around. That was
and his mate Johnny as well. He wasn't used half enough.
No. I reckon they just bring back Hit the Crossbar.
It's simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
They'll never do that again, though. After the fella won the Audi, like you could see their faces like that was not meant to happen. He's been practicing this for 6 months.
It's when people used to step up with like dress shoes and try and do it.
Man.
And the pitch was slippery as anything. And they're just trying to hit the bar in these like pointy loafers.
What's worse though, like the dress shoes or like bringing boots onto the pitch with you and throwing them on?
Go in the match in your Puma Kings.
Because obviously, like
I reckon man won the car. I reckon he must have. Sorry, we all spoke over each other then.
Go on,
I was going to say, I think the fellow who won the car, I reckon he was wearing Copa Mundials, because there's no way you could hit it sweeter than he hit it twice.
Yeah.
You've got to be prepared, haven't you? I think, like, and obviously, whoever's doing the hit the crossbar that week, they must be in like some form of lounge or like box, because like they've been like selected. They don't just like climb out of the, I don't know, the Gladys, do they?
That might be a better way to do it, you know, like at a night game. Have you ever seen it in like American sports, like hockey and that, when they're like picking somebody out the crowd and the spotlight just goes round and then focuses on someone? Do that, but with one floodlight. Just point it right in somebody's face and get them out on the pitch.
Imagine the terror of that spotlight coming on you.
Swapping seats with the lad next to you. Do you remember
the one of the kids in front of me?
Not the crossbar one, but they had the volley challenge. And every single time the fella throwing the ball off the little bouncy net made an arse of it.
Yeah.
So you've got guys scrambling to try and volley this ball that's like 6 yards away from them.
Zidane would have struggled to volley them.
That was on purpose. He was told, don't give them a set up.
Adam, what do you reckon? Any advance on crossbar challenge?
I reckon like something that like obviously has like a finish line almost. So I don't know whether that is a thing already, but obviously if you've done suicides, like absolute pre-season drill where you go like byline to 6 yards, 6 yards to penalty halfway, just get like two of the most bladdered fellas, one home supporter, one away supporter, to do that. And then the winner gets like, I don't know, 10 pints or whatever. But they have to have 10 pints before they do it. They're obviously just like spewing everywhere, like halfway across the pitch, and everyone's like going, go on. And then obviously you always want like the blue to win. And then if they don't win, like you terror them. And then if they do win, the away fella get terrored.
Yeah.
Get them to spin on the broom first as well.
Have you seen
loads of stuff like that?
Of the one, I think it's a Plymouth fan, where there's two fans and they like start at halfway and they've got to race to a ball on the edge of the box.
And he whips
him
him
up.
up.
The other fella gets a great start and he just legs him up and then runs past him.
I think with Sunderland, and the fellow who gets whipped up properly hams it up. Like he knows his chance at actually doing the thing is over. So he gets up and he starts going like that, like signaling to an invisible referee, like that, like shouting at the crowd. Everyone's going like that, and he's like that, going to the crowd. He really sells it. It's so good.
Such a good video. Let's have that.
Yeah, let's do that. I saw one before actually on Twitter. I assume it was in the States, but they had like one fella had to run from one end of the pitch to the other, but there was loads of people with lassos trying to like lasso. And I think he got caught by two, and he like basically pulled him up by his legs, like livestock. Yeah, I reckon that'll go down well. By a couple of minutes last week, Robert Harrison, Barcelona have got a Rolling Stone shirt sponsor. What band logo would Everton, or indeed any other club, have as a shirt sponsor? Oh, bands as football clubs, basically.
Oh,
there's one band that would be like two teams really. There's like a Liverpool band called Rats. I don't know if you've heard of them. Like quite new, proper scally, but they're brilliant. And they're all like, I think most of them are blues or all of them are blues. So we could be sponsored by them, but then you could also have them sponsor Liverpool because the kit just say Rats on the front of it, wouldn't it? So either.
That's a shout. Yeah, get the toffee sponsored by Spin. That's what I reckon.
Everton is Deacon Blue. Great in the 80s. Nobody's quite sure why they're still going now.
It's got to be Spin. It's got to be
Spin. Well, that advert was just one of the best ever, wasn't it? The away kit release.
Well, I think like it was by the name, but I'm pretty sure it was the right one. It was nominated for the Northwest Football Awards, and unfortunately didn't win. But it was nominated, I think. Yeah, that one, like best marketing campaign or something. So Daz kept that quiet, didn't he?
He did, didn't he?
Who's the girl that does all like the Everton tunes for like the Derby and that? Like proper cult hero.
Pepper Mills.
Yeah, she could be a. Don't know if she's got a logo or whatever, but I just don't think she's a band really. She doesn't need anyone else. But get
She's
her
an
on the front of the.
absolute queen.
Yeah, just a
Just
picture of
have
her
the
head and
book
that
done
puppet.
with.
I love how many
Well,
people still bite on it. They should have had her out at the weekend doing the last post on her recorder.
imagine, like that poor kid at
Oh
Forest.
my God.
Oh God!
Steve Cooper was in bulk there, wasn't he? Trying not to laugh.
Oh, what were they thinking? Like, it's
Oh, I think Matt's gone. I think he's going to say it's a big pressure situation, though. So to have a
Yeah.
13-year-old kid doing it is a bit
What
like.
do you expect there though? Like, do you think
Yeah,
that's
they've
ever going to go how it should?
set him up for a fall there, haven't they?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play to everyone in the ground. He kept it together and give him a big round of applause. But
He's
God,
never exactly going to play it off well though, because like one, he knows how to play that instrument. You're not exactly going to be the most like extroverted fella if you playing the friggin' recorder or whatever it was. What actually was it?
I just trumpet on it.
Oh yeah. Apologies
Yeah.
to any trumpet players out there.
Yeah,
Quite
that's a
different
little segue question. What's the worst musical instrument you could think of to play a solemn funereal type song?
Kazoo. The death march on a kazoo.
Reckon like a big huge like what are they called? Like a cello. Is it a cello?
A double bass thing, or
You know, like
Yeah,
the big fat things, like they're obviously great, aren't they? But at the same time it's like it's just massive and weird.
be a
a little
nightmare
bit
getting
too.
it home on the bus after,
That's
wouldn't
what I
it?
mean. Like where are you putting that? You have to get like another seat at the ground, wouldn't you? Or
Yeah.
does someone take that away for you? Or you just constantly have it under your chair? That'd be
How-
weird, wouldn't it?
Have Everton got an emergency cello? That's the question.
We need to know, actually, yeah. Or if
Like your
anyone
old fella
does have,
gets there. Your old fella gets to the ground, like throws his program under the seat, doesn't it? And then like you look down, there's a fucking huge cello there, and you go like, why is that there? Why isn't the emergency cello exit being used?
maybe that's what we need at the new ground. Cello section.
In case of emergency, break cello.
Cello lockers outside the ground. E-scooters and cello. Imagine being on an e-scooter trying to carry a cello or play one as you're flying down. Is that road? What's
Matt's
so
joined
beautiful
in
about
and
that?
he's completely perplexed by what's going on here, how we've got to this point.
is this the same question?
It is, weirdly, yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not. Keith asked the
Supplementary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Keith's side question. Foxy asked, who are we selling in January to pay for the cheese bar at the new Everton Stadium? Pickford. It's always Pickford.
God, I hope not. I want him to stay forever. I love him.
Same.
He's an
Yeah, I'd be
absolute head the ball, but I just love him.
distraught if he left.
I reckon we can probably Black Forest into buying Idris Gana for like 15 million quid.
Yeah,
Beto me.
Do you not rate Beto?
I love him, and he's got the potential to be this brilliant chaos, hasn't he? But like, he's one of those players that someone looks at and goes like, "He's good, isn't he?" And we're all going like, "Yeah." Someone will pay a bit of dough for him.
We
He's
still
a
don't know.
proper big undies, isn't he?
Yeah. Someone said to me the other day, like when Onana was in like the depths of his like, I thought he was absolutely crap. Someone went like, "He's by far your best player, isn't he?" And I was going like, "What?" But he might be. Maybe they saw the vision and we didn't. I think like some people, like idiot like podcast and YouTube people who like don't support Everton, they go like, "That's their best player," just from like how they look or how they're seeing them for 10 seconds and
Yeah.
get a bit of dope
What's
like that.
people score
But
like?
they always pipe up with, I don't get why Everton fans don't rate him. And
Yeah.
the easy response is because we hate every single one of them.
We don't rate anyone. Unless they're shit, but they try hard and
Yeah.
then we weirdly rate them.
If they're
Dennis
good, the shit.
Tranquility, gone but never
Yeah.
forgotten.
We don't want football ability at our club.
No.
Thank you very much.
No.
You know, it's not
Give
our
us a
club.
big undies that runs.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that was doing around this week, wasn't it? Like who's a cult hero at your club, and everyone was saying Stracqualesi, which is true. He was last, but what a fella!
Like Royston Drenthe, me.
I like Royston Drenthe. I maintain to this day, if we'd played him off his tits in the semi-final, we'd have won that 3-0.
100%.
Yeah. You need chaos. You need like
He,
your...
nah. He would have got sent off in
That's
5
not
minutes. He would have got sent off inside 5 minutes. He would have. Come on.
Would have been amazing though. Those 5 minutes, that like the whole spectacle of the sending off for me. Sometimes that's better than like winning.
Yeah.
You know, when something's just like mad.
We love
Yeah.
Like, that
good
was fucking
sending off.
funny,
don't
wasn't
we?
it?
What,
Like-
Funes Mori giving it that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were we not 4-0 down at the time when you did
Yeah.
that?
See, the thing
Big
is,
idiot.
didn't he do a Rigi?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was out for months after that. Like,
And then he sparked like a generational revenge story.
Yeah.
It was. I forgot where we are now. Where are we up to then? I've completely lost track. I got the 10-minute
Cult
warning.
Hero?
Completely through. Cult Hero.
Cheese bar.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I think Drenthe definitely.
Oh yeah, cheese bar, yeah.
cheese bar.
Cheese bar, yeah. Who we selling for that?
I'm into the cheese bar, like, as long as it's got a good charcuterie with it.
Yeah, well, Tottenham were meant to have one, and then he jibbed it, didn't he?
Oh,
So there's a stadium cheese, a pre-built stadium cheese bar knocking about somewhere that Tottenham jibbed off. Just get that.
yeah.
As long as it's like a haze bar for the Scallies as well. Like to keep them
Haze
chilled if we're getting beaten that.
It's like the weed smoking section of Roy always like wants, isn't it?
It's gotta be one, hasn't
Did I say cheese smoking? I have had a long week. I've had to like, smoke my cheese.
That's true though, isn't it? That's why I said it though. Cheese and haze, that's supposedly two different feelings, but anyway.
Michael said in Harry Potter, here's a tangent. Veritaserum, I've only seen the first one, was a truth-telling potion. What would you pay / sacrifice to have Seamus Coleman do a sit-down interview upon retirement? It would be box office, wouldn't it? The stuff he's seen at that club would be very good. So what's enough? I don't think he'd do it though, would he? He would need a truth serum. He'd be too nice to like.
Yeah.
No,
I
not a chance.
I don't think
no.
he'd go all in, like proper Father Ted style, and now we move on to liars.
No, he's taking this to the grave. Plus, as established on this podcast, he will be a coach within 15 seconds of retiring, so he's still going to be a company man. He's taking it all to the grave.
I reckon when they sub him off in his last ever Everton game, they'll have his jacket ready with his initials like above the badge.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
He'd be like straight into the coaching staff.
Yeah. TWS, we've got 8 fixtures in December. Which games are you most looking forward to? Which games are you most worried about? Do we have the squad depth to keep our heads above water? How will we be feeling come January? We'll make this the last one of the half. So he's actually put the fixtures up. Forest, Newcastle, Chelsea, Burnley, Fulham, Tottenham, City, Wolves. Is anybody looking forward to that City game?
No.
No.
But
Yes, nothing to lose.
The actual football side, I'm not that bothered.
Scoring a point.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depresses me how like the sort of how like actually leathered we could get by them. It's just no fun. It's just an expectation, but we're not going to do anything, and they're just going to like easily leather us. And I find it just like I don't know, dull.
Is that's Boxing Day, isn't it?
No, it's the day after.
Oh, day after Boxing Day. See, somehow that's worse.
Yeah.
I'm
You're not
right
even
with
like half cut, are you really?
I'm better with that, the Boxing Day game.
Oh yeah, I hate Boxing Day games, but somehow it's worse because it's just like it's just going to be hovering there in the background while you're trying to enjoy your Boxing Day.
Tell you what could be like a shout is that like Guardiola and all these other gaffers who like moan about like the players having to play in like a short space of time. They should just say like, right, you get beat 1-0, but you don't have to play the game. All the City players get a rest, and we just get away with having to get bladdered by them. Really, I'd actually take that.
I'd be all over that. You should have one game a season, shouldn't you?
Just go like, yeah, you fucking what? Who's asked? Go ahead, you're gonna win. Have it.
Yeah.
Lad, you're clearly the better player. Just knock it around at the back. I want to eat some toast.
In terms of games I'm looking forward to, that Chelsea, is that a Sunday?
Check.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
we don't have another Saturday
Sunday,
3 o'clock kickoff at home until February now.
Yeah, that Chelsea one is surely Sky have set that up for them to get like laughed at, and we somehow do them, and they're like the story of that weekend. But then the following week we've got Burnley away, and it'll be like karma, won't it, for turning Chelsea over? We will go and lose at Turf Moor, won't we? We've got to.
Yeah.
It would be very Everton to do it, but then I'm just thinking back to a couple of weeks ago watching Burnley, and Jesus Christ, they were bad. Vincent Kompany in his daft hat and his big white shoes. Like, how big are his webs? Why are they that big?
Did he go full Pulis?
Oh, the proper like platform soles on him and all sorts.
He doesn't need that, does he?
Like Elton John shoes.
Why would the big fella have platform trainees? That's mad.
Don't know. But yeah, they were next
one for me.
level on these.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Fulham.
What day's that? 16th?
Tuesday the 19th.
Fulham away is belter, innit?
7:45 as well. Makes all the difference, that, rather than 8 o'clock.
Have you ever sat in the neutral stand at Fulham?
No, I've sat in the main stand. I used to get free tickets because we did the Fulham programme.
Ah.
So I sat in the main stand a couple of times. Everywhere in that ground's just lovely.
That neutral stand is incredible. It's just like a load of fellas having a nice time.
The Fulham fans celebrate when the away team score in that neutral end, don't they? Like everyone celebrates.
It's a bit mad. Everyone's just having a lovely time.
Seeing a goal.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
There's a fella sat there with a big cake.
Yeah.
I think I saw Sahar score for Everton in that neutral end. I'm sure like some Fulham fans were like stood up and clapping. It was like a late winner or equaliser as well. I just thought like, never fucking coming here again. Me. Too much of a cunt to sit here.
Stephen Naismith.
Yeah. The measure of Fulham fans for me personally was when me and my dad walked out the ground, walked out a different way to the way we got in and completely lost our bearings. We were bladdered as well. And someone gave us the right directions back to the train station. That's not happening in Stanley Park, is it?
Nah. It's pretty sad that.
It's embarrassing that.
Asking directions. It was lovely. I think that's
not lovely. Not lovely. Hate that. Nah.
Oh. Well, do you know what though? I was very grateful at the time because we'd have been like, I'd probably be living under a bridge in London now if we hadn't found our way back.
Adam's just gone full against modern football there, hasn't he? Make everyone horrible again.
I mean, I'm all for that. Like,
not enough knobheads in this world.
Right, we will leave that for this half. We've got less than a minute to go. Look out, tell us what advert you get if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not, you probably won't even get a break if you listen on the podcast. We will be back in about 20 seconds. See you then. Oh, we started. We're back. Wasn't expecting that. And I'm on hit record. Anyway, let's get straight back into a double header from Mike, who's asked if we went on Saturday, are we good or still shit? Just not as shit as the past 2 years. Bit of both for me. Don't think we're good, but we're definitely not as shit as we were.
If we win on Saturday, was that?
Yes.
Start to believe we might be all right if we win on Saturday. No? Yeah.
Like a functioning football team.
What would that take us up to?
Let's have a look.
Because I don't know. That like the Palace game, Coleman scored the winner, the one that was on the mailbag tweet.
Yeah.
I went to that game and that was like boss. And I don't even know if we were good at the time, but like obviously an away win, like any form of like post 80-minute away win, you have to be good, I think.
Yeah.
Can't be shit to do that.
That will put us on 14 points, which if results went our way, would put us up to 12th, possibly equal with West Ham.
Better than good.
Yeah.
Serious title charge, that.
Up there with the Hammers.
Yeah. Like, without any irony, if we get 3 points tomorrow, going into international break, isn't it? Like, we should be looking at a late season Moyes style charge for Europe. Why not?
Yeah,
If we go for Europe and miss, we're fucking safe, aren't we? So
yeah. Yeah, it would have that sort of going into Christmas. Like, I mean, I know, like as TWS said before, there's like 8 games in December, so that's like a huge month for where we're going to end up. But it does have that sort of feel, doesn't it? Or it could do without getting ahead of ourselves. Like Moyes, a lot of his season started absolutely terrible, didn't he? Even right up until Christmas, sometimes we were dreadful. Then we'd go on that late run.
Do you know
That'd be all
what?
right.
Like could be a thing, and I'm hoping it's a thing that like with the like low block, boring football that we're playing at the moment, it's like we won't be as knackered as anyone else. Somehow.
Yeah.
So like after 4 games, you just turn around and go like, well, we've done like 4K between all of our back four. Whereas like teams are doing like 15, 20 kilometers a game and then they get knackered and we just like turn them over.
hang on, Adam, this is Mailbag. Let's not have any proper football analysis here. Come on.
Sound.
Apologies for that. Stuck
right,
with the perils of joining a mailbag while still technically working. This is why this is why capitalism needs to end.
Yeah,
Just
it does.
for the convenience of mailbag. Oh, there's Franny. I like Franny. He's sound for a red.
He is. Got a nice Star Wars tattoo as well.
Aye.
Like all nerds will appreciate. All right, we'll go on to Mike's second part of the question. Come to you on this, Keith. Why does Benitez get employed?
God knows.
Naked pictures of people's mothers. I'm gonna say.
Genuinely, I have no idea at this point. Like, but it's similar to like how does Frank Lampard keep getting top level football jobs?
Yeah,
He's failed and failed and failed again. How do they keep getting him? What's going to change?
I did enjoy the last Benitez meltdown. It was up there with his little list of things. He was going into Newtonian physics, wasn't he? At the weekend when they got beat. It was wonderful.
I'm having a great time watching him fail miserably.
Yeah. Matt, any ideas on this? Or Adam?
I've got nothing, to be honest. Like,
Nothing to offer. Fair enough.
I said it when we appointed him that he was a laughing stock when we appointed him, and it's only got worse. Like, there's a reason he pissed off to China for 2 and a bit years or whatever it was, because he got around Europe at various jobs, and every single one he was either chased with flaming sticks or laughed out the guts. He just was.
We give him the job because he's still
he's yesterday's fool.
Yeah.
What he does is the reason how he gets employed is he like moves to the city that he's going to be working at like 2 years previous to when he gets the job, and then as part of his like interview, he goes like, "But I know the city."
Yeah.
And they obviously just fall for it. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Like he got a job at Everton because he still had his tunnel tag for the Mersey Tunnel, didn't he?
Yeah. What was that meme going around the fella from The Office? And he's under skills, you've just written lives in Caldy.
He's a proper Airbnb merchant, isn't he? He does like 2 months Airbnbs in like cities that he's going to hopefully manage. And under skills he puts.
Must have one hell of an agent.
Oh, he must have, mustn't he? Yeah. TWS, the men's England cricket team, have been guilty of, amongst other things, lack of youth development. More hot soccer chat here. What has been Everton's great team development failing in recent years? Just being Everton, I think. Who should they have replaced? Who should they have blooded? This could be on the back of Marcel Brand's sort of coming up with stuff again, isn't he? He actually said, I had hands tied behind my back. So he's been listening to everyone clearly.
He's into that, the big deviant.
Oh, definitely.
Cutting about Finch Farm in his leather strides.
Yeah, he definitely owns a pair of leather kicks, doesn't he? I remember seeing him in Sainsbury's and Upton once, and he had like a bright white jogging suit on. He's too old for that.
He's so left him, innit? Like Duval. Just just him, innit?
100%.
What's like the strawberry one? The strawberry
crack, is it called or something?
Yeah, he stinks of that him.
Or Timmermans.
Nice, like.
Timmermans strawberry. That's nice. You do that at Denby?
Timmermans is it's quite nice. If you're like nursing yourself back from a hangover before you get
Yeah.
back on the proper pints again, it's good to that and Hoffer Schoffer.
Oh yeah.
Good them for taking on the train as well. When you leave the
Yeah.
derby to get up to the ground, get yourself a little Hoff.
Good shout. Um, Youth development. It
What
feels
what
like
is
it's a
that?
little. It feels like it's a little bit too much to go into, doesn't it? Because it's
Yeah,
just
what
been.
what is youth development at Everton? It's dreadful. There's no other words for it. They cannot develop youth.
Have we got anyone at the moment who's like got a bit of like a reputation in like the under 21s or something? I can't really think of anyone.
Yeah,
No.
I haven't got a clue. It's all I can do to watch like the first team. So
What's
doesn't
his
matter
Have we
who
name?
you
got like
say.
a 17? Have we got like a 17-year-old goalie called Pickford?
Have we?
You've got
Have
Danny
have I
Mills.
made that
That's
up?
meant to be quite highly rated,
I
isn't
hope
he?
not. I would love that though.
I'm sure we got like a 17, 18-year-old goalie called like George Pickford or something.
Like a Pokemon thing. We'll just do that forever now.
We're just going to keep growing Pickford until like time
It's just a
ends.
regen.
Yeah, into that.
Yeah. What's his name? Danny Mills. His kid's meant to be quite highly rated, and
Has he gone out
but
on loan yet? Or
you,
he's
Yeah,
still
he's
you
at
with us?
Liège,
cannot
isn't he?
Oh, is
you
he?
can't have a fella in the year of our Lord 2023 called Stanley playing football.
Especially when Danny Mills is his dad as well.
Oh God.
Yeah. I
I mean,
watched
that's a whole other kind of worms.
Jimmy Bullard does that like golf thing with Tubes and his brother, and Danny and Stanley Mills were on it the other day. And yeah,
That's
Danny
another
Mills.
that while we're on names, and like my other half just walked in, looked at me and went, "You're called Keith," which is a fair argument. Like there's not much I can defend against that.
Oh,
There
we
you
have as
go.
well.
Matt's shown us George Pickford.
George Pickford.
He does look like he would enjoy getting the rave on.
Yeah.
Um, just on what Adam said there, that fucking Tubes fella needs to grow up, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, he's a farter, isn't he?
You're nearly 50 years old, man. Get a grip.
Yeah. I think I know your nickname stays with you for life, but you'd have to lose that now, wouldn't you?
You can't be calling yourself Tubes.
No. Feels self-styled as well. Like, I reckon he's
Yeah.
called himself that.
Does he
Yeah,
still
yeah.
does he still take his top off and rap at people?
I haven't seen any of that since Soccer Around, to be fair, but he says some cringy shite like, and I watch it for the actual. I think Bullard's brilliant as well, and he's a great golfer, but that Tubes he's one cringy helmet, isn't he?
Yeah.
The nickname is Tubes. Like that's a nickname for like a urologist. Imagine wearing that like a badge of pride. Like you say, nicknames follow you around. Like earlier today, I was introduced to two fellas in the '60s as Flusky, which is because it was my best mate's mother-in-law, and I've known him since I was 11. So that's how she knows me. And then I had to go, no, sorry, it's Matt. Like, oh yeah, it's Matt. I was like, no, you can't introduce someone as a childhood nickname to fellas in the '60s. Could you imagine saying, oh yeah, I work with this fella. His name's Tubes. And the guy's there with a walking stick and a pint of mild, like, Tubes.
Yeah, it's not going to go down well, is it?
Nah.
Toffee Nose has asked, since he dislikes subs so much, I like it. Which of these films do you think Dice hates the most? The Hunt for Red October, Crimson Tide, Das Boot, Yellow Submarine. TWS suggested The Hunt for Red October because he moans about Connery's accent throughout. I'm going to go with Yellow Submarine because it's shite.
I've never seen any of those films. Is that a thing?
I haven't actually,
How have you not seen The Hunt for Red October?
I've not seen it either. And I used to work in a video shop when it was out. Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, don't watch films.
I'll pass you on to our subject matter expert on this one.
I know a little bit about. All I'll say about Hunt for Red October is the Russian Navy has literally done a Crazy Ivan in real life. They like it's a real thing. They flipped their submarine over on like. Imagine it going sort of. I'm gesturing now for the camera. Imagine it going forwards. Imagine it spinning around like that and then going the other way. They've done it, and it nearly killed half the crew, but they did it just to show that they could. It's insane.
I love that.
So they've lost.
The blank expressions of Les and Adam when you
It
said
was just like,
and they're just like,
I think you get what he means now after the description, but I have no idea.
I'll demonstrate it with a breadstick next time I see you. But
all right, child.
Yeah, just imagine like a dart going forwards and then spinning vertically and then go back the other way.
I like the way the Soviets did it, just because so they could say, "Yeah, we can do that." By the way,
yeah,
brilliant. Just another reason to want communism for me. Things like that. Does anyone like Yellow Submarine? By the way, the album. I've never seen the film, but apart from Hey Bulldog, the album's crap. I think. Any advance on that?
Yeah, no, it's hard to argue.
It's all right.
It's
the song
like,
shit, but
it's not anywhere near the best work, is it?
God no.
It's not even Ringo's best work. Octopus's Garden, thank you.
Yeah. Oh God, do you know what? I can't think of Ringo Starr song without "You're 16, You're Beautiful and You're Mine." I mean, I know it was the 70s, but friggin' hell, lad.
Bit ropey, innit?
Little bit. I mean, very, yeah. We'll move on. Bramley Toffee Apple. Palace are my team. I have a soft spot for. Which team would you pick as your I don't mind them team? Palace.
No.
Oh, go on, Ad. Back in it.
I just think it's like
none of this.
Like, do you know what? And maybe I've been ruined by last season or the season before, like watching 10 teams and wanting them all to lose.
That was horrible, wasn't it?
It's not like, oh, I hate them. It's just that I don't want to see you get any form of result. But I like the championship. You know, I've been actively watching the championship pure and simply because I don't actually care. And being obviously a massive Wool myself, I've got a soft spot for your Prestons and your Blackburns, and it is the Battle of Lancashire tonight. I've got a seat at the Boozer with the boys to watch that, and that for me that's fun. Watching a team or two teams that you don't care about do battle. Sounds.
There's a lot of good derbies around there, isn't there?
Just great, you know.
I can agree with that on championship teams or like below. I don't mind that, but you can't have a soft spot for a team in the same league as you.
Nope.
It's just it's not on. It's not acceptable.
I'm gonna break that and say
Palace lost any sort of soft spot rights when they started doing that minty jarg ultras thing behind the goal. Just no, stop it. Behave yourselves. As soon as you take a drum to the football match, you lose all credibility.
I reckon European style ultra, and this includes actual European ultras, are the biggest balls on the planet.
Stop trying so fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's a
match. Shut up, watch the match, shout something offensive at the referee, and get off when you're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
So go have a pint, yeah.
I had a conversation with a lad in work the other day, and he's like a Danish fella, and he said to me, I can't remember what he called them, but like their version of ultras. And I said, like, what they do is like they all like
ultras.
They all like don't face the pitch, and then like they all wear like masks and like ballies and that when they're like walking down the road banging a drum, and then they go and sing about like he's magic, you know, Gerard Delafeu, and you go like, how you can't have both of them, unfortunately. You can't be like a group of hard men who are going to have a straightener and then go and sing about like, you know, Fellaini shagging your wife.
Pick one or the other.
It's one or the other, innit? You're either like a tough guy who like meets like underneath bridges and has straighteners, or you go to the game, you have a pint, and you call a divvy.
Yeah, I can't be arsed with like organised, sterilised crowd behaviour. Crowd behaviour at football should be organic. It should follow what's happening on the pitch, which is why Goodison is largely just like fellas in the 50s shouting, fuck off.
Well, that's it, yeah. You know, you don't get like a pre-planned orchestrated boo, do you? It's the most organic thing in football.
The best organic thing has to be turn.
The volume Goodison Park gets on that shout is unreal.
It's brilliant.
Just a slow building. And then when they actually do it, it's just a little
Yeah, polite applause.
Little clap.
Well done.
Little clap.
You listened to our advice, and look where it's got you.
See, if he did that more often, he
No,
might not be
fully,
so
fully
shit.
on board with the ultra slander, because you see them fellas in Germany especially, and there'd be like 5 fellas at the front of the stand, spend the whole game at the backs of the pitch, geeing up the crowd and like leading chants and stuff. It's like, are you paid for this?
With a
Like,
megaphone.
did you go to Leaper or something? Is this like performance art, or are you here to watch a fucking football match? Grow up, watch the game, react to what's happening on the pitch. Don't be singing your head off when you're losing 4-0 to the bottom of the
I hate
league,
that.
because that doesn't prove nothing to anyone.
Respect for staying till the end. Shut up. Grow
Yeah,
up.
No,
Peter.
2-0
absolutely
down,
not.
back
No,
to town.
absolutely not. No respect at all for staying to the end. If you stay to the end when you're getting beaten 4-0 instead of going for a pint, you're a fucking nerd and you don't deserve a season ticket.
It was a belter last season, the Brighton game last season when we were getting leathered, and Matt was in, sat next to me on my lad's season ticket because he wasn't there because it was a midweeker, and we got off it like literally as the third goal went in, and got picked up in a taxi on County Road, and our driver had actually been at the match.
Fuck this, I'm going to work.
He said, fuck it, he got off at 2-0 and he said, I might as well make a few quid out of tonight.
Amazing. Love that. I would also say, like with ultras as well, any self-respecting ultra, if that's a thing, would have to look at the Seattle Sounders fella and think, I'm never beating him. Ever.
Yeah.
You know, so you just can't get that far. So give it up, lads.
And just jumping back to soft spots, sorry, Les.
Oh, go ahead, sorry, mate, yeah.
Soft spots, I'll never forget. It's one of those all-time Everton Twitter tweets. And the fella said, I don't understand these people who have second teams. I've only got one team, Everton, and I don't even like them.
Yeah. I think that sort of sums it up, doesn't it? TWS, Carlo Nash, Marcus Hanneman, Jan Mucker, Jason Keaton, Andy Longren, Ian Turner. Who's your favourite bench warming, cone collecting, make up the numbers goalkeeper of recent times?
I can't look at Jan Mucker without. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, can I answer a question with a question and ask, is everything all right at home, TWS? Because you've submitted about 80 questions this week.
I think things went downhill when we sort of picked apart his interior design. I don't think he's fully recovered from that. I think he could be having a tough time with things. Got to humour him.
I mean, he's given us content, bless him. But
oh, God, yeah.
Just check in with your mates. That's all I'm saying.
Do I know TWS? Is he a Blue Room contributor?
He's very much a mailbag question contributor.
Right, okay.
My least favourite bench warming goalkeeper was Joel Robles, sorry, because he should have been playing.
He should have been starting.
Yeah.
What a fella.
Who's like Stefan Vessels or something like that?
Stefan Vessels.
Oh yeah. Sander Westerveld was the worst one.
I think that's who I was thinking of. Westerveld. Yeah. Wasn't he at Liverpool?
Yeah. He had a fight with Franny Jeffers, didn't he? In the Campbell Derby.
He was at emergency low money. Westerveld.
Yeah. Why do we always
Stefan
have
Vessels
second
was
keepers?
The beardy fella.
Yeah, Stefan Vessels was one, wasn't he?
I can't look at Jan Mucker.
A wartime German experiment.
Yeah, I just can't look at Jan Mucker without thinking of the Wigan game.
Yeah.
Or the all-time great film Mean Machine, because he is the monk.
Well, yeah.
Another film me and Adam probably haven't seen.
No.
Could have been a great keeper, but yeah, it'll always just come back to the Phil Neville back pass.
Adam, I reckon Michael Owen's seen more films than us.
Yeah. Can't watch films, mate. I've got like the attention span of like a 4-year-old TikTok iPad kid.
Can I tell you my all-time favourite sub-goalie and all-time favourite sub-goalie performance?
Yes, go ahead.
Barte Borisov. Dead rubber.
You love that
UEFA
game.
Cup, I think, as it was. And they put Carlo Nash in, I think, for his only ever Everton start all game. And one fella, it was 18,000 turned up. It was freezing cold. And one fella stood at the front of the leg ladders for the whole game going, Carlo! Carlo! For the whole match. It must have been his mate. And he didn't blink once.
I'm pretty sure that he got done by like an absolutely terrible shot that went like under him, or like I remember that game. I was so fucking cold that one.
One of the funniest games I've been to, because I just didn't give a shit. No one gave a shit. We were through. It was a great laugh.
Was it Krasnodar where Joel was in goal and he just went walkabout in his area and they scored? Was that them?
They all kind of blurred together around that period.
Yeah, all those sort of like late group stage, like mad European teams.
Shout out to Sam Allardyce for not even bothering to go to Cyprus.
He went up in my estimation there. 100%.
Lads, I fully can't be arsed with this, and sent Craig Shakespeare instead.
Yeah. Good work, that.
Yeah.
Because he knows he would have gone on a 3-day bender in Iron probably. That's what it was. Another one from TWS. Have you started your Christmas shopping yet? And he's put a picture up of so there's a Princess Diana calendar, which I think I've definitely got my eye on now for 2024.
I mean, the Beatles are putting out new material now. Why can't she?
But it's a good question. Anyone started the Christmas shopping? Anyone thought about it? No. I did get a festive bake from Greg's yesterday.
She bought some wrapping paper the other day, but yeah, no, other than that, it hasn't crossed.
Grow up. It's not even Poppy Day yet. On our fallen before we honour Christmas.
We've got to get through War Christmas first.
I like the way it's become a full weekend now as well. It's almost this weekend.
Oh my God. Anyone going on Hate March this weekend?
Thinking about it.
Have a little wander through the streets. See what happens.
Yeah, I've just got the instruction from the Iranian government. So.
Oh, cool. We got
that is a joke. That is a joke.
I'm in. That took a turn I wasn't expecting. Another one from Michael. What clothes, hairstyle, accessory from your youth could you still pull off for a day?
Curtains.
I could never grow curtains.
I've just actually got rid of my curtains.
I reckon I could rock a pair of curtains right now. Tell you what would be better, great for just cutting about the house in. Them Kappa trackies with the poppers up the side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. He never went full Magic Mike though, did he?
No, they stopped there was an inch or two at the top, wasn't it, that stopped it going full on Chippendale.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I'm actually waiting for them to come back round as girls going out club of them. It's like a split dress is a bit of a thing, isn't it? They will start cutting about in Kappas that are buttoned only up twice or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
might be into that.
All power to them.
I thought about
Adam's binned off the Preston game tonight. He's off to town instead.
Get those fucking Kappas on now. I thought, I can't remember if they were called Nostros or Mostros. Remember the Puma?
Oh my God, yeah. Early 2000s or late 90s.
So bad then, but
straps on them.
Yeah.
So terrible.
It's funny because God bless him. I can't fume at him now, my dad, but I'm sure I went into Dorothy Perkins and my dad got me some absolutely jog versions of him. And I was delighted with them. And I got home and my sister went they're fake then. I was like, what? And they were they had pimples on them and stuff.
Yeah, they had a really weird, the sole cut sort of came halfway up round the toe.
Yeah. I reckon they'd be decent for 5-a-side then.
Puma spelt with 2 O's.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to see them again.
Came back from a holiday once in Greece with a pair of Nike trainers that had an H after the K.
Like that.
I was quite impressed. He didn't give a shit. He was up. I like them. They're comfy. Sound. Paid about £6 for them.
Matt, anything from your youth that you'd wear? What did you have? Did you have?
That was the question then. Sorry.
So basically, what clothes?
No, I missed the question, but I read the questions before the show, so I kind of put it together. That's what we're talking about. 2 things on this. First is we were sat in the pub last week after the match, I think, and this girl went up to the bar wearing cargo pants, and I just turned to Matt Jones and I went, "Are cargo pants back?" And he just stayed silent for about 45 seconds, and he went, I quite like cargo pants on a girl. All right, then. That doesn't answer the question for you.
I've got a pair of cargo pants, like.
Stay, I've got a pair of Maharishis.
Yeah.
But like birds wearing them out, like that was a very early 2000s thing, and apparently
Happy
it's
with
come
that,
back
mate?
around again.
That was an
Yeah.
All Saints thing,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Fine by me, that. Yeah,
They're all
like them
safe
with
to
like
do.
a pair of like sound trainees.
Them shoes you just shared, Adam, they look like the shoes you give your kids so they don't stand on a jellyfish.
Yeah,
Water webs.
You know.
I'll bid on
No,
them, mate.
hang on, I didn't see this. In terms of things from my youth, there isn't much because I'm frozen in time. I've had the same haircut since I was like 10. So I used to have a bowl head, and now it's just this. I had long hair for a bit when I was like 16. Oh, wow, those look jarg as fuck. Holy hell.
they are very,
Serious.
very real human, though.
I've seen
Walk up a
long hair,
wall.
Matt, and let me confirm it is sensational.
So this is definitely going to be the picture for the thumbnail.
I
Yeah,
reckon
I'm
they're
like-
half all right, mate.
Get them on with your cargos, lads.
I'm getting them on now.
Yeah, I'm like you, Matt. I've been dressing the same since I was about 8. Like jeans, trainers,
Yeah.
and a t-shirt. I've never changed. And my haircut's been the same since like 26. So yeah.
Keep saying. But in terms of throwback, last night I was at a with like 600 other people who do my job, and pretty much everyone is like fellas in suits, ties, some dicky bows, all in dresses. There was one fella, and he was wearing a oversized long sleeve bright red shirt, untucked, and he had curtains. And I was like, come in here from like, have you just got in the time machine from 92? An extra from Seinfeld, and I was just like, fair play, lads, for rocking that look.
A red
like a
shirt
man
is a
at a
bold
time.
move, isn't it?
Bright red, untucked,
Yeah.
long sleeve, oversized, and he had curtains on his head.
Rocking up like Curly
It was
Watt.
full. It was like full 1992, and I was like, yeah, he's there.
Fair play. Definitely wouldn't wear that though. Got to finish off with a mailbag classic question with a twist from John. What would you rather have, a hand made of ham or an armpit that dispensed sun cream? But the hand of ham will grow back each day, so I'm assuming you've got to eat your own hands. So you'd always have more ham, and you can't have too much ham. Everyone knows that. The sun cream would only be enough for you and your family, so you couldn't sell it. I never thought of that angle before.
Is
sun cream out your armpit.
It's like
yeah.
the ham hand like usable? Is it like is it hand that is ham?
The way I
Or is
see
it
it,
ham?
With it, or is it just like one of them Spanish?
Is it like that?
Pig legs.
no, I'm thinking you've got like a ham slice there, right? Good quality
Okay.
ham slice, and then like when like your auntie makes a ham salad and she rolls up the thin ham, I reckon you got them for fingers. But you can pick things
So
up.
you're all ham.
Yeah, full ham hand. I'm going with that. I don't really like the idea of the sun cream sweating.
But
Yeah,
like,
no, it sounds a bit sticky, doesn't it?
Yeah,
If you could like have different types of ham, like a charcuterie hand,
I like this.
then I'm all on board.
What we saying then?
by the way, there wasn't a parameter around the ham that you couldn't sell that, was there? Because like, if you think
could
about
sell
like
ham.
No, yeah,
we're coming
you
up to
could.
like, remember that like that woman who ordered like the Grinch to a house and absolutely ruined the whole gaff. You could be like a bookable like charcuterie man that comes around to like wine and cheese nights and just goes like
Yeah.
starts like
Yeah, just
flicking it around.
rocking up to like dinner parties while middle class white people eat your hand.
Yeah, but as long as you can like remove it, say as you say, Les, if they're 5 different types of ham,
Yeah,
just go like, and they grow back every day or every hour.
every day.
So you'd have to have some salami, you'd have to have some serrano on there, Billy Bear for a palm.
Oh, that's a shout. You need a nice.
I got a question.
Oh,
Does
go
the
on.
hands grow back spontaneously, or is it gradual? So does it go pink like that?
It would have to
does it-
regenerate fully
I'm
when
gonna
you wake up.
I'm going to
wouldn't
say
it?
midnight. Midnight, it just pops back. There you go.
Yeah.
This question's horrible.
Midnight is, of course, like well known as the ham hour.
I'm out.
Tell you what, though, I would be like an absolute UK beast if I had like ham hands, mate. Because Like midnight snacks for me, it's so tempting. But the only thing that stops me is that I can't be arsed going downstairs and making like a ham sandwich. Whereas you'd have just like a loaf ready to go by your bed, wouldn't you?
The problem is though, if it's like a midnight, like a technically midnight snack, and your hands just regenerated, it's all gone by breakfast, and you're like, well, what do I do for the rest of the day?
Can you not buy normal ham? Is it like
the hand is your only source of ham?
Worrying that
otherwise you're on a ham embargo, a hambargo.
Hamburgo, holy hell!
Trying to think of other like cool scenarios for the for the sun cream though.
The sun cream one's crap unless
I don't think there are. It's
3 weeks of the UK summer where it's actually warm enough to use it.
Yeah, I mean John lives in sunnier climes, so it might be useful for him.
Possibly, yeah, it might be handy. Cut
is it
down
like
on the sun cream bill?
Is it that?
I would say that's the action you got to go for, yeah.
Or is it like that?
Have you got to pump it to get the?
If it's like an armpit
it out, like when it's the last bit in the tube and you got to like roll it up from the bottom. Yeah. You got to do that
like a cow's teat.
Oh, this is vintage mailbag.
This is.
I'm going for sun cream. I'm going for sun cream because it would mean you wouldn't be able to shake hands with any Jewish or Muslim people ever again.
True.
Use the other hand.
No, I think both hands are made of ham. You got ham hands.
Oh, this isn't clear.
Oh, hang on, both hands.
Yeah. Oh no, a hand.
Sorry, hand.
One hand. Yeah. Okay.
Single hand. So obviously your non-dominant hand is your ham hand.
It could be like a pig bump instead, though, couldn't it?
Just an elbow knock.
Yeah. Even then, they can't touch you.
Yeah.
You have to do the elbow COVID thing.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember when we used to bump elbows? That was weird, wasn't it? So
trying to think of like other things that like hands do normally that you could use for like as a ham hand. Like if you're like digging someone.
No, I wasn't saying.
Someone goes like, "Oh, lad, I'm starving," you know. You just go like, and they're like not starving anymore. Or
imagine getting a ham slap.
Yeah.
Oh. That'd be some contempt, wouldn't it? Slapping someone with a piece of ham.
I'm into that.
Gonna go for ham, mate.
I'm a ham. Yeah. 3 hams and a sun cream.
More that like my initial thoughts were like, which is less of like an annoyance, but actually, like I think like the ham could be like a real asset to your life, really, couldn't it?
Yeah, especially if it is just the one hand as well.
I'm just chuckling at like the people in the background in the pub watching Matt miming a cow's teat in his armpit.
Absolutely no idea of the context. Oh, right, lads, we are into the last minute, and I don't think the podcast could go anywhere but down from this point on. So,
what about if you were getting like, nah, it's all right, doesn't matter.
and before Adam goes full deviant. Right, lads, thanks for that. Thanks, Keith. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Matt. Thanks to everyone who sent questions. We will catch you next time on Mailbag.